Did you know the US tax system follows you wherever you go? Yes, even if you move abroad, even if you haven't lived in the US for decades, even if you're making money entirely outside of the country, Uncle Sam still wants his cut, but there's a loophole, a way out, a legal escape route, and the US government hates it. Today, we're exposing the truth behind the US tax trap, how it's keeping Americans locked in financial chains, and why second citizenship might be your only way to break free. Let's start with the basics. The United States is one of only 2 countries in the world with citizenship-based taxation. That means, no matter where you live, no matter where you earn your money, the IRS still expects you to pay US taxes. Even if you've lived abroad for 30 years, even if you have 0 ties to the US economy, even if you never plan on coming back. Sounds crazy, right? But it's very real. And if you think you can just ignore it because you live overseas, think again. The IRS has powerful tools to track you down. Under the Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act, better known as FATCA, foreign banks are required to report your financial information to the US government. That's right. Your own bank might be handing your data over to the IRS right now, and you don't even know it. What happens if you don't comply? Heavy penalties, up to $10,000 per form if you fail to report foreign accounts properly. Your bank might drop you. Many foreign banks refuse to work with Americans because FATCA makes it a legal nightmare. Revocation of your US passport. Yes, you heard that right. If you owe more than $62,000 in unpaid taxes, the US government can revoke your passport and trap you inside the country. This is not a conspiracy theory. It's written into US tax law, and thousands of Americans abroad are living this nightmare every single day. So if you're an American living abroad, or you're thinking about leaving, you're probably wondering, what can I do? For many, the answer's simple. Get a second citizenship. Here's why. Financial freedom. A second passport allows you to bank, invest, and earn without the IRS constantly watching. No more US tax filings. If you renounce US citizenship, you legally exit the system forever. Travel without restrictions. Many second passports offer visa-free access to more countries than a US passport. No more risk of losing your passport. If the US revokes your passport over tax debts, you could be left stateless. A second passport protects you. But here's the catch. The US knows people are doing this, and they're cracking down hard. The number of Americans renouncing their citizenship has skyrocketed in the past decade. In 2010, less than 1,000 people renounced. By 2020, over 6,000. Why? Because FATCA and US tax laws are making it impossible for Americans abroad to live normal financial lives. And Washington doesn't like that. The US government has been increasing renunciation fees, making it more expensive to leave. They've been expanding FATCA enforcement, pressuring more countries to crack down on Americans with foreign accounts. And some lawmakers are even pushing for an exit tax, forcing you to pay a percentage of your wealth just to give up US citizenship. This isn't about national security. It's not about stopping criminals. It's about control. If you want to escape the US tax trap, you need to act strategically. Here's how. Explore second citizenship options. Countries like Portugal, Malta, St. Kitts, and Vanuatu offer citizenship by investment programs. Optimize your tax strategy. Work with a professional who understands expat tax laws. Consider renouncing carefully. If you're ready to make the leap, renouncing US citizenship is a permanent decision, but for some, it's the only path to true financial freedom. But be warned, the US isn't going to make it easy. You'll need a rock-solid plan. Here's the million-dollar question. Is a second citizenship worth it? For some, the answer is a resounding yes. If you're an entrepreneur, investor, or digital nomad, a second passport could save you hundreds of thousands in taxes over your lifetime. For others, the emotional ties to the US make it a tougher decision. But one thing is clear, the US tax trap isn't going away. And if you want true financial freedom, the time to start planning is now. So, what's your next move? What do you think? Is the US government going too far? Would you ever consider a second passport or even renouncing US citizenship? Drop a comment below and let's start the conversation. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because in the next video, we're breaking down the best second citizenship programs available right now. See you next time.